I'm Kaylee, and today we are going to ask Google some questions about Anthony Trollope. So this is part of my series about classic authors where we Google autofill some questions and then answer those questions. I've already done a video about Dickens. It was a lot of fun, so be sure to go over and check out that video. We are going to follow the format of asking who, what, when, where, why, and how. And we're going to find out a little bit about our favorite classic authors. Before we dive in, I'm going to reach back here to our Booktuber Shoutout book, and we're going to shout out somebody randomly. Today's shout out goes to Booked by Danielle. I will leave a link to their channel in the description. Be sure to go over and subscribe to them. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you love Anthony Trollope. And of course, follow me over on Goodreads and Instagram and Storygraph and all the places. First, we're going to ask who did Anthony Trollope, and whatever Google autofill fills in, we're going to answer that question. So we have, who did Anthony Trollope kill? What? Oh my goodness, no, he didn't kill anybody. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, he did not kill anybody. I don't know why that's a question. Who is asking that question? I mean, several of his fictional characters die, so I guess you could say he killed off some of his fictional characters, but we're not going to talk about them because that would be spoilers. But yeah, he was not a murderer, so that's good. Okay, I don't know what's happening here, so let's just move on. What did Anthony Trollope write? Now we get to the whole point, right? So in total, Trollope wrote 47 novels, 42 short stories, 5 travel books, and 2 nonfiction books titled Thackeray and Lord Palmerston. So I'm not going to mention all of them, of course, but some of the more famous ones of his single novels were The Three Clerks, Orley Farm, Rachel Ray, Miss Mackenzie, The Belton Estate, The Claverings, He Knew He Was Right, The Vicar of Bullhampton, Sir Harry Hotspur of Humblethwaite, Ralph the Heir, Lady Anna, The Way We Live Now, that's a really famous one, The American Senator, Cousin Henry, Ayala's Angel, Dr. Wardle's School, one of my favorites, Kept in the Dark, and Marion Fay. So those are some of the more well-known of his standalone novels. Then he also had 3 different series that he wrote. So The Chronicles of Barsetshire has 6 books: The Warden, Barchester Towers, Dr. Thorne, Framley Parsonage, The Small House at Allington, and The Last Chronicle of Barset. I have read all of the Chronicles of Barsetshire and really love them, especially The Warden and Dr. Thorne. Then there are the Palliser novels, which I have not read yet, but they are definitely on my TBR. This one is also 6 books: Can You Forgive Her, Phineas Finn, The Eustace Diamonds, Phineas Redux, The Prime Minister, and The Duke's Children. Then we have the Irish novels, which are 5 books: The McDermotts of Ballycloran, The Kellys and the O'Kellys, Castle Richmond, An Eye for an Eye, and The Landleaguers. So that is just a small taste of the best of Trollope. Our next question, when did Anthony Trollope die? So Anthony Trollope was born in April of 1815, and he died on December 6th of 1882 at the age of 67. So he died in London, and he's buried at the Kensal Green Cemetery, quite near to the grave of another contemporary author of his, Wilkie Collins. Our next question is, where did Anthony Trollope live? So he grew up in London, where he attended Harrow School, and he was bullied and he was miserable and he hated it. And then, because his father was going to be arrested for debt, the family fled to Belgium, and so he lived in Belgium for a while. Then, when he was an adult, he returned to London and took a job at the post office, where he was known for being late and insubordinate. So to sort of get out of that atmosphere that he did not enjoy, apparently, he took a job in Ireland as kind of a post office inspector, like a surveyor. And in Ireland, Trollope met Rose Heseltine, and they were married and had 2 sons. On his long train trips around Ireland to inspect different post offices, Trollope started writing novels. And then in 1851, he was sent to Wales and southwestern England to increase the efficiency of the rural post office systems. And he loved all the traveling that he was able to do in that area. However, as he began to publish more books, he wanted to be closer to London. So he took a position as a postal surveyor in that area, and he moved to Waltham Cross, about 12 miles from London. Postal history credits Trollope with introducing the pillar box in the United Kingdom. So that's that mailbox that you see everywhere in the UK. However, when he was passed over for a promotion, he decided to quit the post office and rely on his writing for a source of income. And since he was no longer employed as a public servant, he could enter politics, and he ran for office, but he lost because of the widespread corruption in the election and the practice at the time of buying votes. After that, Trollope focused entirely on his writing, although he did a lot of traveling to America during the American Civil War and to Australia and to South Africa. He mostly lived in London, in the London area, until his death. Our next question is, why are Trollope books banned? Wait, what? I've never heard of a Trollope book being banned. I'm pretty sure they're not. Okay, so I've looked it up, and there's nothing online about any Trollope books ever being banned. That's really weird. I mean, his books are pretty mild. There's not a lot of controversial content in a Trollope book. So I'm just not sure where that came from. I don't think his books have ever been banned. That's very weird. Okay. All right, then our last one is, how should you read Anthony Trollope books? For myself, I started with The Warden, and I absolutely loved it. It's very focused on this minister in the church, and he's doing this charitable work, and it's all about his relationship with his daughter and everything. And since I grew up with my dad in the ministry doing charitable work, it was very relatable for me. I absolutely fell in love with it because many aspects of the story mirrored my own life experience. However, I can see how some people might get a little bit bored with The Warden because it's a lot about all these church politics and stuff. However, it's also really short. So if you're not ready to dive into the way we live now, which is humongous, you might want to start with something shorter like The Warden. Or maybe, actually, probably the best place to start would be Dr. Wardle's School, because it's a standalone, whereas The Warden is the first book of the Barsetshire Chronicles. And Dr. Wardle's School is another one that is fairly short, and it's very exciting. Katie at Books and Things has a video all about where to start with Trollope and how to read Trollope, and she explains it much better than I do, and she has read a lot more Trollope than I have, and so she has a lot more recommendations about where to start reading some Anthony Trollope. I will leave her video linked in the description. Be sure to go over and watch that video if you want to find out more about reading Anthony Trollope. And those are all the Google autofill questions that we have. Please leave me a comment and let me know what is one of your favorite books from Anthony Trollope, or what is a book of his that you have on your TBR. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.